And good morning. Welcome to Megan in the Mornings. And it's going to be a little bit of a hit and miss today because I'm by myself and I'm outside. So I'm picking up a lot of the basic noise that I would pick up, I guess, so to speak. And let's see here. All right. Now, anyway. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, welcome, good morning. We were going to, like I said, do a little cooking tip today, but that's not going to be possible because I am by myself. So I just want to welcome you on this beautiful day today. The weather is like awesome. And let's take a look at today's forecast before we go to a word from our sponsors. And like I said, today our show is being brought to you by Open Heart Incorporated and also by Jelly Donuts. So let's take a look at today's weather. And today's weather is, like I said, it's already looking beautiful. Let's see here. It's easier to go to certain devices than others. And I know right now it is sunny. It is wonderful. And I know we're not supposed to say and all that good stuff. But like I keep telling you, this is live, and live streaming is just awesome and amazing. Okay, it's 57 degrees right now in San Francisco. It's mostly sunny. And we are going to get up into the higher 60s. It's going to be 66 is the high today, 55 is going to be the low. It's going to be sunny and, mostly sunny, maybe a little partly cloudy this morning, but that's going to change to mostly sunny all the way through till the end of the night tonight. It'll be sunset at around 8 p.m., and I have got to turn something down. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to find it here in a second. Okay, there we go. Video capture device. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, now we're looking a little bit better. Like I said, I apologize for being late. But, it's a woman's prerogative to be late. And let's go ahead and turn this down just a tad bit. Turn this down just a tad bit. Okay, and now let's hear a word from our friends at the, I'm going to say the Jelly Donut may be Open Heart, but we're going to hear from both of them. And here is their word. Alrighty, we're having a little technical difficulty with the audio, but except for mine seems to be like really, really loud. And you can hear in the background all the noise that's going on. And let's see if we turn that off. And turn the volume up on that one. Okay, now that doesn't seem to be working, so let's find. Anyway, today in the traffic, if you're going anywhere in San Francisco, give it up. I have never, in the time that we've been doing this, have I seen the traffic camera condition look like this. It looks like there is construction all throughout the city, and it's not looking good. I mean, there anywhere between here and Oakland and Richmond looks pretty good, but everything else, the construction's got everything bottlenecked on 280, 101. One from Pacifica to Daly City looks pretty good. So does 101. But once you get to Daly City, 101, 280, 80 is like basically, construction laced all the way through to basically Oneida. Oneida is where it clears up, and then you get into Walnut Creek. It gets backed up again, and all the way into Concord. Richmond to Sausalito is like, it's got the little red hand on it saying stop. So anywhere you're gonna go today, Alameda, San Francisco, Oakland, in that area, there's construction that's got everything tied up. I don't know what to say, except if you don't have to go anywhere, don't. That's probably going to be the best advice I can give today. And so, now, meanwhile, back at the ranch, like I said, I'm running late as usual, by myself today, and I'm not real used to being outside except for live broadcasts, and so for this, hold on one second, I've got a guest in the studio, well, in the area today. Come here, Sunshine, come here. Yeah, Sunshine, she's my new friend. Come here, Sunshine. Come here. Come on, let the people see you. This is my service animal, and I'm a real big fan of people. Come here, Sunshine. Come here. Come here. Come here and say hi to everybody. Come on, get up. Oh, come on. There you go. Say hi to everybody. This is Sunshine. I got her last week from 88. They get a lot of animals that are given up without homes, and Sunshine came to me. She's about a year old. She's a black lab terrier mix, and sometimes you want to say the black lab breed is not the brightest breed in the tree, but I love her to death. She is just a wonderful girl, and very inquisitive. She loves to explore, and she loves to play, and I recommend to anybody that is looking for an animal to go to your local SPCA or dog pound. Well, they call them animal care and control here, but where I'm from is dog pound. But like I said, not for nothing, they can be a really wonderful friend. And have you been a good friend, Sunshine? Huh? You've been a good friend? Yeah, you have. But yeah, you can tell I am an animal lover, and like I said, she is making life really interesting sometimes, and a lot of fun. And the only thing you gotta watch out for some of these is they're bed hogs. This one, yep, you're a bed hog. Yes, you are. Okay. But anyway, like I said, any chance you get to increase a pet in the family, go to your SPCA or your local animal care and control. There are many animals there that just want to be loved. Like I said, and I get so upset with some people because they Okay, that's a little bit better. Anyway, if you get a chance, I can recommend, go to the Animal Care and Control. Also, if you don't want a pet, you've gotten one maybe and you don't want it, please don't abuse your animal. Please. Your local SPCA and Animal Care and Control will be more than happy to find a home for your animal, but abusing it, these children, they're like, well, mine's like children, and they don't deserve to be abused. They deserve to be loved. And I mean, after all, if you were an animal, would you want to be abused? And I see so many times people that, are really mean to animals. And when I didn't have one, I was like, just give me a chance. Give me a chance to have that animal. I guarantee I show it all kinds of love. And I think, you know what? You want to be my co-host? Yeah, you'd be here every day. Oh, yeah. By the way, Kevin is not going to be with us this morning. He is going to be experiencing other avenues. We only get a lot of the people that we only get them temporary. They have a chance to work for Open Heart, but sometimes they find things that they'd rather do, and we support them in that. And Kevin, unfortunately, found something he'd rather do, so I don't have him anymore. So we'll muddle through the sports the best we can. I will try not to be too bad to the sports. And like I said, this is live and it's not rehearsed. So therefore, I can't always guarantee what the broadcast is going to turn out like. I try my best, but sometimes I make mistakes. And you know what? You have a big head that I love, but you go ahead and sit down here. Okay, go play. But anyway, like you said, that's my friend. And if you ever get a chance to get a friend, I would recommend to do so, because not for nothing, they're wonderful. They're a blessing. And life is so much better with a pet. Today we're going to talk about a few things. Number one, everybody knows how I feel about housing and the homeless. And, I have tried to, offer things to the city as far as, things that we can do to improve the housing situation. And the only thing that I have come up with is that we really do need to reach out to our elected public officials. Now, Hillary Ronan in District 9, I know firsthand, she works tirelessly trying to help the homeless and help people like that. But she also has so many programs, and I have to take my hat off to Hillary, because she seems like probably one of the most busiest supervisors on the Board of Supervisors. And I don't know whether it's because her district requires a lot more hands-on than everybody else. I don't know. But I can't thank Hillary for the work that she does, because Lord knows she puts a lot of time and a lot of effort into helping people with all kinds of things. I have never yet reached out to Hillary and got told we can't do anything, or I'll see what I can do, I'll get back to you, and never gets back. I have even gotten personal emails from her. So the woman is basically, I'd like to see her run for mayor. I really would. I think she'd do a wonderful job. But she's like all the good people that we would like to see working in public office. Probably is like, I don't think I'd want that job. So if you'll just bear with me a second, I'm trying to get audio levels to where they need to be. And they're not working, of course. It's a Monday. What can I say? And Mondays, you know how that goes. Okay, anyway, enough playing with that. Also, I wanted to talk to you about, let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening in the news in the area. Let's look at San Francisco. And once again in the news, San Francisco homelessness is right there at the top of the list. Okay, in community today, the community in crisis. They're still talking about the the $12 million, or is it million or billion? Let's take a look at that. Okay. I'm working, like I said, normally behind the scenes you don't see people helping me, but I get a lot of help from different people when they do production. And not for nothing, let me close this ad. There's got ads over everything. Okay, it's $12 billion is what the city is looking at. And it's like I said Friday, $12 billion. That's a lot of money. I know that New York City, when I worked with Fleming Hands, $12 billion was what 3 or 4 major corporations would donate. And we had like 20, 25 different major corporations that put money in. I mean, yeah, it takes a little bit, it takes more than 12 billion, but a $12 billion start would put a damper on it. I mean, we spent in the first 2 years in New York City $9 billion, and we cut homelessness in 20%. Now, San Francisco's problem, they say they're unique and they say they're different, but actually, if you want to look at it, they were actually, this problem, it seems more, more of a crisis, but it's also, you got to understand, we're talking about 8,000 homeless people in a 7 mile by 7 mile area, 49 miles square mile. And that's not a lot of distance. You look at New York City with a 72 square mile radius. So our little 49 mile radius isn't that big, and so 8,000 people are kind of hard to hide. If we could just get a program. I mean, Mayor Breed put out a very good program in the Examiner 2 months ago and said, we're going to do this. And if she would have done it, it would have been a real major success. But for some reason, it fell through. For some reason, it didn't happen. And this is why people are getting frustrated. This is why things don't look like they're getting done. I have reached out to different organizations that are out of the mayor's office, and I've even gone as far as one agency, and I'm going to leave it nameless, but won't even read emails. I mean, I can tell whether an email's been read or not. And she has gotten to the point where she won't respond to me. She won't respond to anybody on Nate and Hillary Rona's staff. And it's things like this that make it really frustrating when you're dealing with the homeless. And we need to get together. And when I say we, I don't mean just City Hall, because if we depend on City Hall to do it, it's not going to get done. We need to reach out and do something ourselves. I mean, if you have a neighborhood watch program, maybe instead of terrorizing the folks that are homeless, maybe if you sit down and talk to them, they're neighbors. Whether you like it or not, they're living in a tent. Yeah, okay. Does it look good in front of your house? No, it doesn't. But really talk and find out if that person really wants to be in that tent. That person maybe really would jump up and down and tell you how wonderful you are and sing praises to you if you could get them housed. Some people just can't afford housing. We've been talking to on the ballot about 30% housing for seniors. I'm a senior, okay, and even though I'm out here on this podcast, this live stream every single weekday, I don't get paid for it. It is a Well, I do if I get the advertisers. But, for me to get a check would take about $150 worth of advertising. Now, some people get SSI, Social Security, and they say, well, why doesn't that cover rent? When you get $795 a month, and the cheapest place you can find to rent is $1,200, in some cases $1,500 a month, you're already short. That's before co-pays to medical, that's before food, that's before anything. And one of the things that I've been talking, we also do a food bank. In fact, after I get off the air here today, we're going to go and we're going to hand out food boxes. But what people don't understand is when you go to work, it's 3 weeks to a month before you get a check. That's cool, and you're going to get that check. But when you've got bills piling up in the process, you've got to decide what's going to get paid, what's not going to get paid. If you have children, they're getting ready to go to school, there's another expense. And all these bills are running up. And people, I've talked to several people that, they had good credit before the pandemic. That was before. They have lived on their credit cards, and their credit cards are maxed out. And, they've got to get these payments made so that they don't lose their credit. And it's really hard. Living on a credit card is great when you're doing it, but then when it comes time for the bills to come in, that's when it gets rough. That's when it gets tight. And like I said, they just started opening up jobs. People are just starting to get back to work. And technically, hey folks, we're still in shelter in place. I haven't heard yet where the shelter in place order was lifted. So, and then it's all this combined. And the reason why we won't stop our food program is because I don't see there not being a need till February of next year. And that's if, and it's only if, we do not go back into a hard shelter in place. If this second round comes in and it's as bad as the first one, and we go to a total lockdown again, I don't think that anybody is going to be past the eviction or I've always said that you're one paycheck away from being homeless, except for the rich. But if we go into a hard lockdown, everybody's going to be in that category. Everybody is going to be scrambling for that dollar. And whoever you thought your friend was before, this will be a good way to find out if they still are. Because the people that own the buildings and these people the people with money, they're not going to give up their money because they see the writing on the wall. So the pockets are getting tighter. In the nonprofit realm, we see donations have dropped anywhere from 70 to 80 to 90% from what we got before the pandemic. So money is getting tight. Money is tight. And, these people that are in the .com industry saying, well, my pocket will never, my money will never get tight. I've got a good job. And guess what? Even if you have a good job, even if you're a .comer, a hard shutdown will put a hurting on you. And when I say that, I don't say that to be mean. I don't say that to attack anybody. It's more than anything, it's to make people realize, guess what? We're all vulnerable. We're all human. And as long as we embrace that concept and understand, hey, I don't walk on water. I'm not above anybody. This could happen to me. That's what we got to look at. And, when we start looking at, hey, this could happen to me, or, I'm not superhero, realize that we're all the same. We're all human beings. We all bleed, we all breathe, and we all need to understand, A lot of people say, "Well, Megan, you are a holy roller. You're always talking about God, and you're always talking about, you know, uh, how people should live." And maybe if that's a holy roller, maybe it is. I'm by no stretch of the imagination perfect. I don't believe anybody is, but there was a song that we played yesterday in church, and it's by Casting Crowns, and one of the verses in it is, talking about how we point our finger, and we put people down when they're wounded, and like I said, that's easy to do. It's really easy to look at somebody that's in worse condition than you and say, well, that person just doesn't matter. But like I said, during this next break, I'm going to find that song and I'm going to play it. And if you're listening, hey, take a listen to it and listen to the words. I'm even going to play the video, so you'll get to see the video. But before we do that, let's go to our friends at the Jelly Donut and the Open Heart and see what they've got to say. Hi, this is Megan in the mornings, and I want to tell you about the best place to get a donut. That's called the Jelly Donut. It's located at the corner of 24th and South Van Ness. And they are open from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day of the week. Hey, any type of donut you want, they've got it, and they are so delicious. Don't forget, tell them when you go down there that Megan from Megan in the Morning sent you. Well, I didn't quite find it. I just got the thing up for the group that did it. But like I said, uh, probably in the next commercial break, I'm going to go find the web address for it. And then I'm going to bring it up and let you all hear this song. But like I said, not for nothing, we have to reach out to our brothers and sisters. And another group that is so forgotten, and you probably have never ever heard me talk about this group, but if it wasn't for them, none of us would be here. We all have mothers, fathers, grandmas, grandpas, people that we look up to, and not for nothing, we look up to them, we tell them how much we love them, but do we help take care of them? We deal with a lot of senior citizens, and when I say senior citizens, I like to say that they're older than me. Unfortunately, this year I turned 66, so Monday morning, I qualify as a senior citizen, but I'm talking about the ones that are 75 and above. Those people are living on incomes that, if we had to live on that income, I don't think we could make it. I don't think that we could do what they do. But they have been so used to having to, scrimp, scrave to get by. Back when I was in my 30s and 40s, it wasn't uncommon to talk to a senior citizen who'd been through the Great Depression. And, the stories they would tell of what it took to get by, it was just amazing that people could actually get by. Somebody said back when the recession hit, they said, oh my God, we're headed for a Great Depression. I don't think a Great Depression would leave too many survivors if it hit us today. I don't think we could go through what they went through. And let alone the people you're talking about, everybody being out of money. Everybody was looking, you had your select few that were financially well off, and they, you know, they had money, but they were very guarded. They were very, you know, close to the chest with their money. And I think if we were to ever go back to a depression, uh, I feel sorry for the United States. I really do, because I don't think we could handle it. And somebody said one time, Megan, you don't have a whole lot of faith in the general public. And I said, no, sometimes I don't. But, it is what it is. And I am one commercial behind where I'm supposed to be. So let's hear from our friends at the Jelly Donut.
Hi, this is Megan from Megan in the Mornings, and I want to tell you about the best place to get a donut. That's called the Jelly Donut. It's located at the corner of 24th and South Van Ness, and they are open from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day of the week. Hey, any type of donut you want, they've got it, and they are so delicious. Don't forget, tell them when you go down there that Megan from Megan in the Morning sent you.
Okay, and now our friends from Open Heart. Okay, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this might be the one I'm looking for. And let's see. I'll tell you in just a second. This is that song that I was telling everybody that I think that you really need to hear. And if you listen, I think it'd bring a perspective of what I'm always talking about. Like I said, normally I have a production person that helps me, and I don't have one today, but that's not it. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. Hold on a second. Okay, I got it finally. Okay, here it is. Now, I'm going to play this song because, and the video's, wonderful, but like I said, this is a song that I was talking about. And hold on one second, this isn't the one. It's one of them. It is one of them, but it's not the... Well, they changed the video. Oh, okay. That's not the video I'm thinking about. Okay, get rid of this. And hold on 1 second. Let me go back into my studio here. And we're going to add window capture. Let's try that. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is what we want. Let me. Here it is. This is Casting Crowns and Jesus, Friend of Sinners. Everybody take a look at it. Hold on 1 second and let me get it to where it's supposed to be. And then I will play it for you. But like I said, not for nothing, this is a beautiful song. It's one that I personally, I have found it to be wonderful. And let me find out where it's so much to do that, behind the scenes that nobody realizes how much goes into these broadcasts. Monitor off. Output. Okay, I'm keep shutting it off. Okay, now. Okay, here it is. Friend of Sinners by the Casting Crowns. Okay, and for some reason it's not wanting to do right. Anyway, because I can't get it to play in screen where you're going to see the video, I am going to get it to play just as the background. But if you get a chance to listen to this song, please, by all means, do. And I have lost my sound. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's not the one I want. Well, maybe now that we got it, let's see if we can get it back to the beginning. And let's see if, okay, it should play now. Here it is, Casting Crowns, Friend of Sinners. Well, Maybe. Okay, here it is, Friend of Sinners, off the Come to the Wall album. Well, excuse me. I want to thank, like I said, I don't play that to sound religious or to, try to put religion on anybody, because that's not my field. I'm not a preacher, a pastor, or a father, or none. I'm just a normal, everyday person who really thinks that we need to embrace and look at our fellow man for what they are. They're human. I really have to laugh because last week somebody asked me, why do you hate Mayor Breeze so bad? And I told that person, I don't hate her. I don't even know her well enough to hate her. It's not my place. I don't like what she does in the office. I don't like her as a mayor, but as a person, I don't know her. I wouldn't mind getting to know her. Maybe that makes sense of what she does or her decision. But, it's not our place to hate. And I think if we quit hating, I think we'd get a lot further. But understand, this show is not to hate or spread hate. If anything else, I'm hoping that we can share, reaching out, helping out people, or just getting to know people and sharing. And if you can help somebody, great. Or if you need help, ask for it. But whatever the case may be, the idea is we're human, we're on this planet together, and might as well make the best of it. Might as well be friends with each other. But we've come to that time of this show where today probably is going, hey, I'm glad this part's been all over. No, I haven't. It's the same message every day. The person you help today might be the person that you're going to need tomorrow. And with that being said, I want to take out with our friends from Jelly Donut and Open the Heart. And once again, thanks for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow. And if nothing else, have a blessed day.
Called the Jelly Donuts, located at the corner of 24th and South Van Ness. And they are open from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day of the week. Hey, any kind of donut you want, they've got it, and they are so delicious. Don't forget, tell them when you go down there that Megan from Megan in the Morning sent you.